Hello everybody, my name is AltGamer63 and welcome back to Asagao Academy. Now you might notice something a little different behind me. That's because I got a new chair. It's a very nice chair. It's very comfortable actually, and it has armrests. So that's cool. We're nearing the end of Dating Simulator month. Man, it seemed to go by so fast this year. Oh man. So I've determined that I'm not gonna finish this game, by the end of the month. So I have a poll up on my Twitter account, asking, hey, should I continue this series, after Dating Simulator month? You can go ahead and tell me in the comments below if you want it. But if by some crazy coincidence your first name is Ryan and your last name just also so happens to be Lorello, your opinion will not count in this matter. So last time Peebs had to go with Space Hamster to go to a soccer practice. So he asked me, hey, do I want to come to the game? Of course. I mean, it'll give me something to do.
Yeah.
That sounds really fun. I would love to come. Whoa, thanks. That means a lot to me. Usually the first game doesn't conjure a big crowd. Can I bring Mai? She might have planned on going anyways, but she was including me in things. I wanted to do the same for her.
Yeah.
Totally. Bring as many people as you want. Fill up the stands. Oh, man. He left with Jeff, and I headed back to the dorms. Man, remember My Name is Jeff Vine compilations? Those are still funny, right? Maya usually walked with me. It felt weird to be alone, when suddenly I realized it would feel even weirder to be in the dorm alone. Not knowing what else to do, I headed for the library. Might as well get started on some homework. I stayed in the library much longer than I anticipated, head low over a small sheet of project ideas and a thick book. Every time I thought about leaving, panic seized me. The truth was, I still didn't know my way around the academy. Maya had been there to guide me, and I was more focused on the people around me than the places. As students trickled past, laughing and heading off to no doubt have tons of fun, I fiddled with my pencil. Darn kids laughing in the library, that makes noise! I would have to leave eventually, though. Hesitantly, I closed my notebook and stood.
Hey, Hana.
Oh, hey, Gerard! I whirled around. Gerard was walking past me, a thick book in one hand.
Gerard.
Hi, I'm good, thank you. I laughed weakly and found myself wringing my hands together. Yeah? He clearly didn't believe a word I was saying. I sighed. I'm a bit scared to leave. I know that sounds pathetic, but I really don't know my way around here, so... Yeah, you look a bit lost, like a lost otter. A lost otter? It's a thing. Shut up, Hannah. But hey, I haven't really gotten a chance to talk to you until now. I've been wanting to ask if you're settling in all right. I know that transfer students don't really get introduced into school the same way freshmen do. Alright. Wait, are your classes okay? How's your homework load? Do you like the food? Getting along with my... Whoa, Gerard, you're asking too many questions here. Alright, I appreciate the concern, but there is a line and you have crossed it. I started unsure of which question to ask first. See, Hannah gets it. Everything's fine. Maya's great. Yeah, she showed me around the campus recently. It was really nice of her, but she wasn't very thorough. A grin slowly spread across Gerard's face as if he was unwrapping a present. I can show you around if you like. I used to give tours to incoming students. If you're new, you really should get a tour. Oh no! Okay, this is a little scary, but well, I think I'm gonna go ahead and save this question for the next episode. So that was a lot of stuff that happened. So that's gonna be it for everyone. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody. What are you, a dummy? Did you really think I would end the video? Didn't you see there was more runtime left? Like, a lot more? You think I'm just gonna end the video there? You think I'm stupid? You're an idiot for thinking that. Of course we're gonna get a tour. Droid's eyes lit up at the mere mention of a tour. I felt bad turning him down.
Right.
Great, we can start at the boys' dorm. I need to put my books away. He laughed and headed out of the library. I fell into a step alongside him. Oh, those eyebrows. Has anyone told you we don't get many transfers? It's, been implied. I always wonder what new students think of everything right when they get here. Wish I could experience everything here for the first time again. Was your old school anything like this? Not at all. Feels my college campus because of the dormitories. My old high school was just a big brick building. Gerard nodded. I thought he wanted to say more, but there we were, in front of the boys' dorm. He pulled open the door for me. Once inside, he held open his hands. I'm pretty sure this is against the rules. Like, isn't that like a big rule? Boys aren't allowed in the girls' dorm and vice versa. I don't know. This is Blue Shell House. It's where the boys live. It's literally a carbon copy of the girls' dorm, except the walls are blue. Feel free to walk around, but probably don't go into any rooms. I'm gonna go drop this off. I'll be right back. We raced off to the stairwell and then took them two at a time. I got the feeling it was rushing so to not make me wait longer than I had to, and I smiled. It made me feel cared for. There wasn't much to look at or do while I was waiting, though. I stepped to the side so as to not block the door and stretched out my neck, listening to the sounds of an action movie from the room nearby. Maybe I should wait outside? I headed for the dormitory door, but when I reached to pull it open... Oh no! Okay, that's definitely Kid Icarus. If it's not, I'm gonna go throw myself off my deck. The door swung open by itself and two yellow-jacketed men stepped into the hall. I stared them up in shock. They looked at me the same way. Whoa, pink hair! That's unique. Yes! Yes! Someone admits that I'm beautiful! Ugh. I am a beautiful human being. The one on the right instantly called out my hand, a thick British accent. Yeah, that's Caddy. The other, probably the youngest student I've met so far, scanned me up and down. I don't know who this is yet. I don't really watch Hidden Block. You're the girl who sat at the normal boots table today, aren't you? You could tell? Was my presence already so well known just from sitting at their table? I wasn't sure whether to be pleased or upset, but the men in front of me were busy talking amongst themselves. Well, I never thought they'd entertain having a girl join them. But do you think it's because of the puzzle incident? Shane would never be... Oh, wait. No, wait, that's not Caddy anymore. Shane would never be comfortable with someone joining them just like that, though. They hardly know her. There must be some reason she shot with them, though. If they're planning a secret weapon, we should get back at them. Excuse me! I shouted into the middle of them, shocking even myself. I wasn't usually so loud or forward, but the way these two were bickering gave me the impression that if I didn't stop them, they'd keep going on forever. I'm right here! You can just ask me something if you're confused.
Hey.
Hey, you're right. So, are you joining the Normal Boots Club then? Or... Joining? Joining the Normal Boots Club never even crossed my mind as a possibility. All I was thinking about was getting in good with them, getting on their good side, and hopefully people wouldn't mess with me. Actually joining the club? Was that even possible? And weren't they gamers or something? I had almost no experience with video games. There was no way I'd even be able to join. Seeing my crestfallen face, the young member backtracked. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you. We're members of the Hidden Block Club. And the Normal Boots Club is our rival in tournament, so we were just wondering.
Greetings and salutations, my beautiful person.
I knew it. It's Cat Icarus. I don't have to throw myself off my deck anymore. This is a good day. I'm Cat Icarus, and this is Jimmy Wetzel. Oh yeah, Jimmy Wetzel. Yeah, I watch him too. Oh, jeez, I forgot about him though. You can call me Caddy for short, though. Everyone does. Everyone? Jimmy cast a knowing glance in Caddy's direction, and Caddy grimaced. Almost everyone. Beautiful. Thank you. Don't mind him, he just tells everyone that. Because everybody is a beautiful person. Ouch.
Hey, guys.
Oh, hey, guys. Gerard skidded around the corner, panting as if he ran the entire way. In fact, I didn't doubt he had. I see you met Hana. She's a new friend of ours. So be nice to her, alright? It is like so weird because I thought the normal boots and hidden block clubs would be in like some kind of like gladiatorial Romeo and Juliet, like, you know, like rivalry or something.
Well,
Would we ever be anything but nice?
yeah, whatever.
Last year's tournament would beg to differ. That was one time, and that was only because Shane ate my pizza. Shane is a despicable human being, okay? Just from that one sentence.
Later, guys.
And I mean, in-game Shane. I'm sure real life Shane is a good person. Please don't stare at me like that, Jimmy. I'm shook. Anyway, I don't want to keep you. I was giving Hannah a tour of the campus since she's new here. Well, it was nice to meet you. Hope we'll see you around more. Oh wait, no, that was Jimmy. It was nice to meet you. Gerard waved the pair off as they climbed the staircase and held the door open for me again. Alright, so I've met everyone in the Hidden Block Club that I actually watch. Alright. And we're off again. That's Azalea Arts Center. There's a booth, lots of spare rooms for clubs to meet in. The theater is right next to it. That's where John holds the drama club and all of its rehearsals. I think the student council elections are held there. And Gerard has... and Jared has a special event at least once a semester. There was a martial arts exhibition and Jared did kendo against other practitioners in the school. He shook his head in awe. He's truly talented. Really, all of my friends are. I think I'm lucky to have people like that around me. Ah, Gerard. Huh, yeah, I'm sorry. Did you have a question? Huh, oh, no, that's alright. Great. Over there you can see Higambana peeking out in the distance. There's a field separating us, and people like to eat there. Jared seemed a cheerful, grateful, down-to-earth kind of person. He was really going out of his way to help me out and be kind to me. He didn't even seem to realize what a big deal that was. I giggled. Something told me I shouldn't point it out. Despite that, I was truly thankful. He took me to the places Mai did before, describing everything and several past events in excruciating detail. Exactly. It was a little much for a friendly tour, but having all the names and locations of the buildings burned into my mind was a good thing. We ended the tour at Poppy Hall after what seemed like hours of walking. Gerard was keen on finishing off the tour on the best place on campus. Ta-da! Here it is, the Normal Boots Club room. Wow, it's so pretty. Is that a pony? Oh no, those are cats. Sorry, they were multicolored and really far away. I couldn't quite see it. He pushed the door open and pointed inside. What it looked like a regular room filled with desks and some kind of toy. It's not much, but it's home to some of my happiest memories. Shut the door again and dusted his hands. There's a little closet here people use to store things, too. He reached to turn the handle but paused and retracted his hand. Was that a shutter I saw? Just a little tip. Knock before you open the door to any closet on campus. Why? Oh, you know, ghosts, I guess. That was strange advice. Delivered strangely. Gerard was uncomfortable. I wasn't sure what to make out of it. He knocked and a few seconds later opened the door. Hi? Someone was in that closet. I was not expecting someone in that closet. Why was someone in the closet?
Hey.
Hey. Gerard waved to the person and then closed the door, turning back to me. Whew! Sorry if he scared you. What? Anyway, that's it for the tour. How was it? No! No! You have been explaining everything in excruciating detail. This whole time, I demand, at least, tell me what that is. What happened? He beamed. I hesitated, but seeing his eye twitch slightly, thought better than to bring it up. It was awesome. Thank you so much. I learned a lot about the school and about you and your friends. It really made me feel included. No problem, not at all. I like helping you out. Wish I had someone to show me around when I first got here. You have no idea how long it took me to find all the secret tunnels and make a complete map of campus. Secret tunnels?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, oh man, I've got to show you. Jared glanced at the clock hanging on the wall and winced. Darn, I gotta get going. I have homework to do, but if you ever need more help, I'm here for you. He got out a notebook and scribbled something down, ripped it out and gave it to me. Here. My phone number. Yeah! Oh, geez, that is a lot of information. But yeah, I got Gerard's number! We're gonna complete the hell out of some games together. A funny story. The closest I ever came to fully 100%ing a game was a Drawn to Life SpongeBob SquarePants edition on the DS. And the problem is, I was so close to finishing it. The only problem is, I'm missing literally 1% of goo in the last level. And I have searched every corner of that stage, and I cannot find it. So either the game's broken, I mean, considering THQ standards, but still. Let's see, phone number, dorm number, address, parents' phone number, email, Facebook, blipper information.
Later.
Yep, it was really great spending time with you. Alright. Just like that, he was gone. Put the paper in my bag, chuckling softly to myself, and then paused. I had to check. We were in front of the supply closet the whole time, and I'd fought the urge to open the door after Gerard closed it. Now I was going to see who was in there. Darkness. The light was off this time. I slid my hand across the wall looking for the switch, and I flipped it. There was no one in the closet. I froze, still as the paints and construction paper that lined the wall. He wasn't in there, and this was the only exit. What about those secret tunnels Gerard was telling you about? Closed the door and blinked hard and walked straight back to my dorm room. Forget about it. Just forget about it. Ignoring that last incident, Gerard truly went out of his way to show he was thinking about me. In fact, I got the impression that he was this way with everyone, maybe even everything. Ha! Yes, very, very good character development. He was thorough, very thorough. And when he wanted to help you, he did everything in his power to do so. Maybe it hadn't meant much to him, but it meant a lot to me. Returned to the dorm and crawled into bed with a smile on my face, ready to take on the next day. This time, I knew I wouldn't get lost. Jared, you can't just plaster your face all over the lockers, man. You're gonna give girls heart attacks from how beautiful you are. Maya and I arrived at Poppy Hall the next morning, and it immediately became clear something changed. Posters drenched in nausea-inducing neon colors were plastered on the lockers. Several students gathered to take a look. Wait, passion show? What? Oh, no, wait, it says fashion show. That was a really weird F. We walked over to one of the walls to get a better look. Is that Jared? When Mai didn't respond, I turned to look at her. The expression on her face told me that in her mind wandered somewhere else that would have made a call girl blush. Mai, you're drooling! That seemed to jolt her out of her fantasy. She lifted his sleeve to wipe away the dribble on her chin. I am not! What are these posters for? Well, last year Jared put on a fashion show. Looks like he's doing it again this year. Oh, looks amazing. I didn't know Jared was into fashion. Mai shrugged. He's not. I waited for some type of clarification.
He's so cute.
One time in biology, I saw him take off his sweater, and his shirt kind of got stuck to it, and I pulled it up, and I swear he had like 20 abs. That's too many abs! Alright? 8-pack is where I call the limit. Alright? Anything beyond that. It's like with legs. Anything with more than 6 legs needs to die. Looking at you, spiders. And centipedes. Centipedes are actually worse than spiders in my book. I think really my greatest fear is a centipede the size of an apple. Or a basketball. And the basketball just so happens to be the size of an apple.
Good morning.
Hello, ladies. Oh no. Maya and I whipped around. There stood Jared in all his glittering, magnificent glory. Maya's face turned a blushing pink. The most beautiful guy in school. I see you're admiring my totally sweet posters. Yeah. They're really something, Jared. I like your abs. With sudden soul-crushing realization of what she said, her expression twisted into a mixture of horror and disgust. Jared was unfazed. Thanks, but Hana, it was actually you I wanted to speak to. Why would he want to talk to me? Because main characters get to have all the fun. You dumb pink-haired homo sapien. Oh, yeah, okay. What's up? Jared looked expectantly at Mai. Mai, heck off! She didn't move. Realizing she was in trouble, I nudged her with my elbow as subtly as I could.
Hey.
Mai, would you go get me a soda? I'm really thirsty. Oh man. You're not the only one who's thirsty. If you know what I'm saying. Mai's the other one who's thirsty. This joke isn't funny anymore since I explained it. Jerry turned back to me, a cool glint in his eyes. He seemed used to the effect he had on women. I wanted to talk to you about the fashion show, actually. You're new here and all, so you probably don't know, but every year I like to put on a fashion show to showcase my modeling skills.
What?
Wait. What? You know, just to make sure people don't forget what I'm capable of. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a stack of glossy photos and thrust them into my hands. I stared down at them in awe. That's gonna be my new desktop background. That's beautiful. I flipped through them and started noticing a pattern. As you can tell, my beauty is something that simply can't go to waste. I like to hold the fashion show here at Asagao Academy to ensure everyone gets their yearly dose of Pro Jared. I'm sorry, that picture is amazing. I flipped to the last photo. Heat shot up my neck and into my ears. Surely this is some kind of joke. I shoved the stack of photos back to him, wiping my sweaty palms against my skirt. What does this have to do with me? Ah, that might have been a touch rude. Oh, darn. Jared, smooth as ever, simply replied, I think you have potential, Anna. He suddenly leaned close to me. So close, in fact, that I could smell his cologne, a musky sweet aroma of earthy scents and... Ham? Potential? For what exactly? Jared shifted his mouth close to my ear so I could hear it, so I could feel his heat. It's free real estate for greatness. He reached into his shirt pocket and retrieved a small slip of paper. With quivering hands, I accepted it.
All right.
My card, my number's on the bottom, and if you're ever interested, I could teach you a thing or two about modeling. I'm getting all the club members' numbers. I stared down at the card in my hand, feeling as though if I looked away it would disappear. By the time I gathered the courage to face him again, Jared was gone. Feeling quite dizzy, I headed for class, the business card strangled to death in my white-knuckled hand. By the time I got through the milling students and to the classroom, Mai was sitting at her desk, face down and completely still. I took my seat and twisted around to poke the dejected, Mai-shaped heap. She didn't bulge. Mai! Mai! I heard a muffled groan of despair. I'm such a social disaster! Hey, you can't be a social disaster if you don't have a social life. Think about that next time. No, you're not! Tried to sound comforting, but I was never good at this sort of thing. Mai finally lifted her head from her desk. What's that? She motioned to the business card that was still in my hand. I set it in front of her. Mai praised it for a long minute with a blank face, as if I set a rare artifact in front of her. She didn't actually believe it was real. Then her eyebrows pulled together. He gave you his number?! Well, yeah. Sort of. I mean, not really. He said I should call him if I want him to teach me how to model like him. It was embarrassing to say, and the words felt awkward in my mouth. The moment I said them out, no, never mind, I didn't get to read all that. I expected Maya to give me a once-over before making an off-the-cuff comment about how I wasn't nearly pretty enough to be a model. But she didn't.
Yeah.
He, like, totally wants to get with you! Her tone was so matter-of-fact that I gasped. What? No, he doesn't! Why would you say that?
Bingo.
Okay, Hannah, I've taken enough sex ed classes to know when a guy fully wants you and Jared, like, fully wants you. Mortified, I snatched the business card back off her desk and shoved it into my jacket pocket, turning away. My cheeks felt like they were on fire. By now, the classroom was filled with students, and they chattered amongst themselves. But the white noise of their conversation wasn't loud enough to drown Maya out. Out of the corner of my eye, I could see John and PBG seated in their desks in the back of the classroom. I'm talking serious grabby hands in the back of Dad's Camaro. Here, you're gonna make babies with Pro Jared. Beautiful. Little glittering Jared babies. Beautiful. I have nothing to say about this or anything else, really. I don't have anything else to say. No, I'm not! You're totally crazy. I don't know what you're talking about. Hey, Miss Shizuka. Like some kind of angel cleared her throat in front of the class. I exhaled greatly and sunk down into my seat. When class finally ended, Maya and I headed for the cafeteria. The incident forgotten in her hurried attempt to explain Miss Shizuka's scandalous lost relationship.
What's your up?
Seriously, he spent all his time trying her and some dead chick who only liked her because he looked like her ex-boyfriend. Wait, dead? Okay, what? I mean, who does that? We got our food and hesitated to the middle of the room looking at the normal boots table. Neither of us wanted to go up and demand a seat, especially after wedging our way out, especially out of wriggling our way in the day before. Well, what if they changed their mind? But Sash, noticing us standing like lost lambs in the middle of the room, waved us over. Hey girl, how was class? Oh, you know, normal? Snatch nodded and turned away, having been in the middle of talking to Josh. That was awkward, despite how familiarly he treated me. I still didn't know how to talk to him, or any of them. I looked across the table and locked eyes with PBG, who stared at me like I was a baby German Shepherd. Doesn't PBG have a German Shepherd? Pretty sure. You.
All right.
Cookies!
What?
What?
Oh, sick.
You brought us cookies! You're the best, Gerard! Paul sprang out of his chair and practically tackled Gerard. Whoa, calm down! There's more than enough cookies to go around. I once had a friend who didn't give me a cookie. I don't talk to him anymore. But anyway, back to the video game. Gerard started passing the cookies around the table but paused. You're back again? He looked at Maya and me. I tried to ignore the disappointment on his face.
Well,
Here. He handed us each a cookie and headed back across the cafeteria. I stared at the small chocolate chips melting in the warm cookie. Did he not want us here? But he was so nice yesterday. Didn't even want to eat the cookie. Not if he was going to be as two-faced as that. Hey! Watch where you're walking next time! A sheepish Gerard stood next to a short, skinny boy who was holding his tray above his head. I'm sorry, I'll be more careful. Oh, you're from Normal Boots. Wait, you're the guy who plays with itty-bitty kitties, aren't you? The boy sneered. How the hell did you manage to get in with a group like that? Huh? Well, they're my friends. Playing with those stupid dolls? You're an embarrassment. You're worthless! You're trash! The kid's friends were hitting his shoulders, looking from Gerard to our table with panicked eyes.
I like what I like.
I think they're fun. Whatever. The kid led off by his friends, and Gerard came back and sat down at the table. That was weird. Gerard sat down and began happily munching on his cookie, looking for all the world like he didn't care about what just happened. Gerard, what the hell? Scanned the cafeteria for the boy who heckled him. Found him sitting alone at a table, head in his hands, his friends left behind him. What was that about? Oh, that. I used to get it all the time. I collect itty-bitty kitty figurines. You know that kids show? With 5 little kittens that live in Kitten Town? This is very scary because I just recently read a My Little Pony fan fiction, and this is bringing back some serious repressed memories. Yeah. They were originally supposed to have magic powers, but whatever, I collect their figurines. They're so cute! I've almost got them all. I'm only missing Princess Puppernickel, and she's the rarest. Why was that guy making fun of you, though? Doesn't it bother you? I was afraid of bringing up bad feelings, but Gerard just shook his head. It looks kind of weird, right? A teenage boy collecting toys meant for little girls? Hey! I collected My Little Pony figurines, but then I realized they were too expensive. He's $15. For, like... Okay, maybe investing in a Discord figurine would be worth it, but no. But I like them, so I don't let it bother me. Sorry I didn't bring enough cookies the first time, Hannah. I forgot that you were joining us again, but I'm glad you're here. Wait, what? Wait, hold on. Oh, yeah, hold on. Sorry, my mind blanked for a second. I bit my lip. See, Hannah, he was being nice the whole time, and here you were, jumping to conclusions. Hey, your cookie will get cold if you don't eat it. Cookie-ll. That's a new contraction. Put it in the Oxford English Dictionary. I'm gonna march right up to Oxford and demand cookie-ll to be a word. I unwrapped the cookie. Sense of chocolate and cinnamon hit me. I broke off a piece and popped it into my mouth. Gerard whispered something into Nick's ears, who started laughing so hard milk came out of his nose. Oh! So, bit of a story time really quickly. So, if anyone else remembers my Impossible quiz video, every time I got a game over, I would take a shot of Sriracha. So, I was practicing a little bit, trying to prepare myself just a little bit. And I wanted to see how long I could hold a shot of Sriracha in my mouth. And I was watching a video, and I realized I shouldn't have been doing it, but something, so stupid happened that I just instantly laughed. And when I did, Sriracha just comes up my nose and falls onto my phone. And I'm feeling so many emotions right now, because I'm like, oh god, I got stuff on my phone! And at the same time, I'm thinking, oh, my nostrils! Because, don't talk to me about pain until you've had Sriracha up your nostrils. Was he really okay with people making fun of him? I couldn't believe it. Didn't believe it. My old school, people made fun of me every day. It was hell. There was no way you could just brush it off like that, not when I tried so hard to do the same. But I finished the cookie and started on my ramen. Gerard continued to laugh at the rest of the homo boots. Wondered whether it was impossible as I always thought. Anna, can you pass me some pepper? I got it here, Jared! Thanks. What's your name again? It's Mai. Thanks, Mai. Ooh. That hurts, Mai. Well, Hannah, ready to head back? Huh? Oh, yeah. Did Mai look sad, or did I just imagine it? We threw out our trays on the rack and headed back to the cafeteria. As we waved to the normal boots, Gerard cheerily waved back, with a sudden pang hit my stomach. Was it guilt? After class ended that day, Mai said she had a volleyball practice and sped off. Thankfully, this time I knew where I was going, so I headed straight back and collapsed on my bed. It was nice to have some time to myself. After everything that happened, I felt like I was going crazy. I could use some relaxation. Didn't have a computer or TV, and the book Satch gave me was really good, but sometimes it got a bit hard to read. So I took out my phone and started flipping through the App Store. Nothing really looked good. Wait, what was this? I sat up. Dumby-Doom's Revenge! Face off against 3 other players as you catch monsters, raise them, and use your unique skills to aid you on your puzzle-solving quest. Only you can save Meta-World from its ignorant king and utter destruction. Now with a single-player campaign, raise crops to feed your monsters. If you're lucky, they'll transform into cute girls. You what, mate? You bloody what, mate? You bloody what, mate? What the hell? It looks so stupid. But it couldn't hurt to give it a try. I downloaded and started up the game. Welcome to Dumby-Doom's Revenge! I skipped the intro sequence and quickly hit single player. Loading! The load times are terrible. Suddenly a cartoonish hilly valley met my eyes, panning over to a white castle nestled next to a cliff. A lazy king lay asleep on his throne when a squat silver soldier ran into the room. King Dumdum, quickly, we're under attack! Oh, just send the 1st Battalion off, please. I'm rather tired. The knight left and the screen faded into showing a horde of black blobs on the right side of the screen. A small group of knights ran up against the blobs and were instantly devoured. One of the black blobs spit out a helmet with a skull inside. What the hell is this game? Things continued this way, with the king sending off his battalions haphazardly until no one was left. The king awoke in his chair and turned to the screen. You! Me? Only you can save my kingdom, please! I don't think I can save your kingdom. You're the one menacing it. How dare you! What the hell? Could this thing hear me? You are no longer my advisor. Get back to your home village and help me deal with this myself. Tiny sprite with brown hair flew across the world map, bouncing into a bunch of red houses. Guess my only choice is to raise an army of monsters myself, overthrow the king, and then raise my army to fight the oncoming bloopity bloobs. How the hell do you come to that conclusion? Finally, I was allowed to play the actual game. A dozen multicolored blocks appeared on screen. The monsters I was initially given could only hit their corresponding colors and couldn't activate any traps. Supposedly, more monsters could eventually learn how to set traps, and you could do certain combos to hinder the opposing team. If you had an attractive girl on your team, you could use an ability to double the rate of the opponent's blocks or have their clock time. You what, mate? But that had a drawback for you too, and could be used as an asset by the opponent. Not to mention that certain color combinations between girls and monsters activated unique secret abilities, which you could use to evolve your monsters and feed them things! 10 out of 10, best game, would buy, definitely. How the heck am I supposed to remember all of this? I failed the first few times, but quickly got the hang of it. It's just about being adaptable and maintaining a flexible strategy after all. Yes, of course. That's what all mobile games are about. My eyes started to hurt. I looked at the time. 8 o'clock? It's been 4 hours? I had reading to do. I grabbed my textbook and flicked my radio on and began to read. There have been many tales when the moon has fallen on other planets. The most popular, however, those being the myth of Termina. However, those myths have never been proven to be more than a hallucination. Majora's Mask, good game, 10 out of 10. Okay, interesting story about Majora's Mask. I'll get back to the game in a second, but... So, I bought Majora's Mask 3D on the day it released. I didn't go to, like, a midnight release or anything, but, I went to the GameStop, and, they only had one copy left, and it was in the back of the room. And I'm just like, oh goody, Binge Round 2, the sequel! I don't know. My eyes blurred over my astronomy textbook, and I yawned. The Schubert piece floated from my radio, making me want to go to sleep. As I toyed with the idea of going to class without finishing my reading. Who cares about how many times the moon was supposed to fall, especially when time travel was involved? Mai burst through the door, flung herself across the room and grabbed my radio.
Hey!
Hey, where have you been? What are you doing? Give me a second, we're missing it! There we go. But I swear the dog was the living worst. That's why you need a bed like my lovely Jacques. It's JonTron on a stream! Watch your tongue. Yep, you got it, Jacques. What is this? Shush!
Hey.
So, is it come time to make an official announcement? This year, just like every other year, the Normal Boots Club will be participating in the video game tournament. Woo! Yeah! As PBG applauded as though there were a crowd of 30 people, I shot a puzzled glance at Mai. I hope you guys will support us again this year. Best of luck to our competitors. You guys are going down! And now for some music. Good music. Mai turned down the radio and sighed. Okay, so what did you want? What was that? PB&J. It's PBG's and John's radio show. They have a radio show? Well, what do they do on it? Oh, you know, they talk and stuff. And they play music sometimes. Everyone in school listens to it. I'm so glad you brought your radio. Forgot mine at home. And a video game tournament? Yeah, didn't you hear them talking about it the other day? No. Come to think of it, I hadn't really paid much attention to their conversations. I was too busy worrying about myself. Every year they have a game tournament down at Higginbottom Mall. Lots of people come to compete, but everyone knows the real fight is between the Normal Boots and the Hidden Block Club. Is that what they do? Video game tournaments? Yeah, that's why no one's ever joined them since their inception. Really? Well, I guess partly because they're a group of friends who just so happen to make a club together, but also, unless you're really talented, you just drag them down. Ouch. Not all of them are so harsh, because some of them, well... Mai glanced away, but I felt like I knew what she was talking about. That's too bad. The conversation I had before with Jimmy and Caddy came to mind. Had they really thought I was joining the Normal Boots Club? There was no way. I hadn't played a video game since I was a kid. My father gave me a 40... Alright. That is terrifying because... Fourth-dimensional objects cast a three-dimensional shadow. And according to all my research, and by research I mean one episode of Adventure Time, fourth-dimensional objects will tear apart the universe. And that's not good. Because we live in the universe. And if we shatter the universe, well then there's not going to be anywhere for us to live. Is there? You dummy. The night before I left home for Asagao, my dad came to visit me in my room. I had packed a few things I owned into a briefcase and a single cardboard box set to be shipped off with the train. Sat and stared at the box, somewhat bitter. I barely even needed it. I didn't own much. Hana? Yeah, Dad? My father stood in front of me, a weary smile on his face. Even though he tried to hide it, I could see by the deep wrinkles around his eyes and forehead that he was tired. Sad. The past few years had taken its toll on him, and I hadn't eased things. You'll be leaving tomorrow. Yeah. A heavy silence hung between us, filling my childhood bedroom like styrofoam. Are you excited? Yeah, I am. He nodded and glanced around my room at the pale blue walls, the broken clock above my old desk, and the scuff marks around the door frame from when I ran into it as a kid. I lived in this house almost my whole life, ever since moving after kindergarten. It was everything I knew, but now it was too much for me. The decision to transfer to Asagao didn't come lightly. First, it was a prestigious institution with a highly prized reputation. Only the best of the best tooting, either great grades, impressive talent, or lots of money could get in. I was none of those things, but I made it in regardless. Part of me suspected I was a charity case. I received a small scholarship that would no doubt look good for the academy to have a foster poverty-stricken child in its walls. And despite the fact that my father couldn't afford it even with the scholarship, he guaranteed he'd support me if I went. I looked again at the wrinkles in his face and his shaggy shoulders. He pressed his hands against his body to hide the way they shook. And all for me. He'd be all alone. I'm glad you're going. I think this will be good for you. Yeah. I wish I could say something else, but nothing came. Well, honey, just in case you get homesick, I bought a present for you. Present? From his pocket, my dad produced a shining pink Nintendo 4DS and placed it into my hands. For you. But... why? How? Dad, this costs so much. You're already killing yourself to let me go. Why would you... Tears spilled from my eyes as my dad smiled. Nothing's too good for you, my dear Hannah. His voice was trembling. You're my pride and joy. You deserve so much better than you've gotten from me. Dad, go to Asagao, have fun, make lots of friends, and when you get homesick, play with that. I'll make do. I stood up and hugged him, burying my face in his scratchy sweater and oatmeal smell. I'll miss you. I'll miss you too, my little Hannah. But the thing is, he forgot to give me a cartridge to play with. Boy! Talk about killing the moment. Now I glanced at the machine hidden behind my desk lamp. Mai watched me carefully. Well, you never know what could happen. Well, what do you mean? Mai giggled. Nothing at all. But I just got back. I've got work to do. Work! Right! PBG and I still had that project to do, and we hadn't met to discuss it at all. He said he had it under control, but I should probably make a backup plan, just in case. It wasn't that I didn't trust him, it was just that... Okay, I didn't trust him. Sighing, I worked a kink out of my shoulder. It looked like it would be a long night. You what, mate? Stop it, please. What is it? Who on earth would do this so early? So early in the morning, in fact, it wasn't even light out. Quietly patted over the door, Mai shifted in her bed.
What?
What? Josh, you... Wait, what? Is that just Josh in a wig? Yeah, that's just Josh in a wig. It's about time. Who... Oh, honey. She... Did you just assume their gender? You gotta stop assuming genders. Flipping on the light switch, Paul and Nick followed after him. Hannah, I feel just terrible about ruining your uniform. Sincerely, we owe you an apology and a clean uniform. I'm not so good at that kind of thing, so I brought a friend to help me. Josh pulled open my drawer and tossed out clothes left and right. Oh my god, stop! That's my underwear! What's wrong with you? I ran to him and grabbed his arm, trying to pull him away. These panties are so cute. They're perfect. No! Stop! It's time to stop! Based on our current location, which is the third rock from the sun, often referred to as Earth, I believe that now and no other specified time in the past, present, or future will be an optimal time to cease whatever actions you currently are or are not performing, as I have deemed them unacceptable. Get away from there! Where's your uniform? I ducked below Josh and pulled open a drawer, pulling out the sticky fabric. Here, take it! I threw it in Josh's face, but he caught it with ease. This is no problem. I promise I'll have this cleaned in no time. Girls? He snapped. Follow me. Paul, Nick, and Josh swept from my room, but they didn't head towards the hall exit. Instead, they turned left, heading deeper into the dormitory. I didn't have a good feeling about this. Stepped into my slippers and ran into the hallway just in time to see the door to the girls' bathroom close. Alright, so... we've been recording for way too long, and I think now would be a pretty good cliffhanger to end on. So yeah, that's gonna be it for the episode 1. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Don't forget there's a poll on my Twitter asking you if you want me to continue playing this after Dating Sim Month. But yeah, that's gonna be it for the episode 1. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye, everybody.